Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to create WordPress user from ThriveCart purchase. So are you also using ThriveCart to sell your products? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here I am selling some of my products using ThriveCart, and now I wish that as soon as a new purchase is made in my ThriveCart account, automatically a user should be created in my WordPress account too. To do this, we are going to create a connection between ThriveCart and WordPress. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly, we have the concept of trigger and action. For trigger, we are going to use ThriveCart, and for action, we are using WordPress. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to learn how to create WordPress user for ThriveCart purchase. So to do this, I have already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as you'll open the landing page of Pabbly, you are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I am an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation we are going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create WordPress user from ThriveCart purchase. And then we are going to click on this button right over here which says create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application which is ThriveCart because I want that as soon as a new purchase is made in my ThriveCart account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as product purchase. And now we are going to click on connect, and as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your ThriveCart account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. So to get the token, we are going to read the help desk, and it is saying enter the API key here. You can get the API key from your ThriveCart account from the API and webhook section available under the settings section. So over here you can see that there's a hyperlink under this API and webhook. So I'm going to open this hyperlink in a new tab so that we can directly move on to the API and webhook session. So I'm going to open this, and yes, you can see that we have already opened the API and webhook section because I've already logged in my ThriveCart account before starting with the automation. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. And over here you can see API key. So we are going to click on view settings right over here, and over here we are going to click on create API key. Now we are going to name the key as test key, and then we are going to click on create API key, and then we are going to copy this key, and now we are going to paste this key in our workflow. And after pasting this key, we are going to click on save. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our ThriveCart account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the product. So we are going to select the product which we are going to create this automation for. So I'm going to create this automation for this product which is basics of PHP. So I'm going to select this. And now after selecting my product, we are going to select the product status. So over here it is in test mode. If you are running in a live mode, you can select live mode also. And then we are going to click on save and send test request. And now you can see that it is saying waiting for response, and in the notes it is saying once you have clicked on save and send test request button, then do a test submission /record in order to capture the webhook response. So we are going to do a test submission. So to do this, we are going to open our ThriveCart account, and over here you can see all my products. But I am going to create this automation for this product which is basics of PHP. So I'm going to click on get URL right over here. And over here you can see the product URL. So I'm going to copy this URL and open this in a new tab. And over here you can see that this is the payment page of my course which is basics of PHP. And now we are going to enter the details and do a test submission. So for the name, I'm going to keep it as demo user, email as user demo 999@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And then for the billing address, we are going to keep it as India only. State as Madhya Pradesh. For the street address, we are going to keep it as Old Street. For the city, we are going to keep it as Bhopal. And the zip code as this. And now after entering all the details, we are going to click on continue. And now it is asking me for the card number. So we are going to enter the card details. And now after entering the card details, we are going to click on complete order. And yes, you can see that it is saying processing. And yes, you can see that we have successfully made this payment. So this means that ThriveCart has sent the details of our payment to our workflow. Pabbly has captured the response and triggered the workflow. So we are going to open our workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. Over here, you can see all the details, the purchase name, which is the product name. Over here, you can see the product price. Over here, you can see the customer name. We are going to move on forward. Over here, you can see the customer ID, the customer email. Over here, you can see the customer's contact number and the address of our customer that we entered. So with this, our trigger step is successful, and now we are going to move on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select WordPress because I want that as soon as a new purchase is made in my ThriveCart account, automatically a user should be created in my WordPress account too. So I'm going to search for WordPress and select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select create a user. And then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your WordPress account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection. And then it is asking me for the email and password of the WordPress account. So I'm going to enter this. But before it, we are going to read the help desk, and it is saying to use this integration, ensure that WordPress REST API authentication plugin is installed and active on your WordPress site. So it is already installed in my WordPress account. If you wish to learn how to do this, you can check out our YouTube channel. So I'm directly going to enter the email and the password right over here. And now after entering the email and the password, we are going to enter the base URL. But first, we are going to read the help desk again, and it is saying please provide your complete publicly accessible URL, including HTTP, exclude /vp-admin or vp login php. So I'm going to open my WordPress account, and over here you can see that this is my URL, but I'm going to copy it till this only because we have to exclude this /vp-admin. So I'm going to copy this, and then we are going to paste this in our workflow, and now we are going to click on save. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our WordPress account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the email address. So we are going to map this. So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected ThriveCart as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically our details will be dynamic and change with every new product purchase. And also my workflow would be ready to run in real time too. If I'm going to manually enter the email address right over here, it will not change with every new product purchase. But if I'm going to map this from the previous response, it will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So first I'm going to search for email right over here, and then we are going to map this email user demo 999@pabblytudes.com. And now we are going to move on forward. For the username, I want the username to be last name of my customer underscore the customer ID. So to do this, first I'm going to search for last name right over here. And over here you can see that this is the last name of my customer. And then we are going to put underscore. And over here we are going to enter the customer ID. So I'm going to search for customer ID. And over here you can see that this is my customer ID. So we are going to map this. And now for the password, I want the password to be last name underscore the product they have purchased. So I'm going to search for last name. We are going to map it again, put an underscore, and then we are going to search for the product purchase, which is basics of PHP. So over here you can see the product name. So I'm going to map this. And now we are going to map the first name. So I'm going to search for first right over here, and then we are going to map the first name. We are going to do same for the last name. I'm going to search for last right over here, and then we are going to map the last name, which is user. We are going to do same for the name. I'm going to search for name right over here, and over here you can see demo user. So we are going to map this. And now it is asking me for the nickname and description. So we are going to leave it as blank because these are not the required fields. And now it is asking me for the role. So I'm going to keep the role as subscriber. If you wish, you can select any one from this. And now after selecting this, we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that a user has been created with the email user demo 9 999@pabblytunes.com. So we are going to open our WordPress and check that if a user has been created or not. So I'm going to open my WordPress, and over here we are going to search for the same user. I'm going to enter the email address and click on search users. And over here you can see the same user has been created with the name demo user, the same email that we enter and the same username. So this means that my workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For a trigger application, we selected ThriveCart. For the trigger event, we selected product purchase. For the action application, we selected WordPress. And then for the action event, we selected create a user, because I wanted that as soon as a new product is purchased in my ThriveCart account, automatically a user should be created in my WordPress account too. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here, you can see the user we created during this video with the help of our Pabbly's workflow. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow too. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.